Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Online. Well, last time we did it. We completed the main story of Stormblood. We freed Alamigo from the clutches of the Empire. We'll see how the eventual retaliation will go, because I doubt there won't be, but for now anyway, we win. And we have begun post-game. And we're starting it with this, and I feel like it's starting strong, because this is not just the music, but the vibes in general giving me Final Fantasy Tactics vibes. Which is cool, because I've dabbled in Final Fantasy Tactics a bit, but never really played through it, so I get some of the references, such as the song playing now from the main menu, and I think map screen, but maybe not map screen. At the very least, main menu. And the names of some of the people and the way that they look. But at least the story with this now is that we are on board the ship of a traveling troupe of entertainers, and the father of a couple of kids, I guess? I don't know how old they're supposed to be. I'm assuming they're kids, but they might be young adults. Has gone missing and is suspected to have been kidnapped by the Empire. I think we're fairly certain they've been kidnapped by the Empire, but at the moment I cannot remember very well, but as far as we're going. So let's see. This is the beginning of the post-game raids, I believe. Yahoo. Ramza. Master Garland seems to think highly of you, so I withhold judgment until after Dalmasca. Okay. Thank you. Oh! Oh, I'm getting the music. I'm just gonna get the music? Okay. You know what? I'm fine with that. Ramza's itching to depart. Dalmasca is nestled in a forgotten corner of the Empire's outermost territories. I do not foresee any trouble from the standing army, but would suggest committing to memory the locations of each of the barge's exits, just in case. This is our first time actually stepping, even if it's in the outer, boundaries of it, stepping into the Empire. As for the flight itself, the currents above Dalmasca are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on. Quest accepted. Let's go to Dalmasca. Man, it is an impressive ship. Are we just sitting? Hello? Ramza? We'll complete our descent to Rabanaster in the shuttle. Okay. Hamza? I thought I made myself clear, Alma. The capital is simply too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you trying to rescue him. Come. We are wasting time. The royal city of Rabanastre. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. According to my father, Rabanastre was already a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. But after performing several private excavations beneath the so-called Desert Sapphire, my father came to the conclusion that it was not the first settlement to stand here. Then, your father believes that Rabanastre sits atop the royal city of Lysalia, capital of Ivlis? But if that's true, it could change history. We would be famous. Famous. Are you sure you don't mean rich? You kinda are alike. Dang. Parasites grown fat off the sweating and suffering of others. Bold words for a boy of but 16 summers. And what, pray tell, have I done to deserve such spite? I only wish to learn the truth behind the disappearance of the Empire's fourthmost playwright. If that should lead to something bigger, well then, I would be the worst reporter in the realm if I did not pursue it. Are we being watched? Yes, we can argue about this now, or we can return to the Prima Vista and report to our army of adventurers that it's time to begin the expedition. I humbly suggest the latter. Who's watching? Oh. You see, this is as I said, brother. Let them come to us. Should we kill them now? No, the time is not right. When has that stopped us before? Fool, do you see that one? Slayer of gods, they call him. Warrior of light. I forget what they're called, but I feel like they're in Final Fantasy XII, I want to say. Again, a Final Fantasy I've dabbled in, but not really played through. To Rabanastre. I really do need to play more Final Fantasies, don't I? I've only really played the SNES ones. Goodness. I've only really played the SNES ones and... Oh yeah, it is. Okay. First raid. Recently, Recently, residents of Kugane woke to find hovering above their city an airship unlike any ever seen. Yet while of Garlean design, the vessel distinctly lacks the bleak outfittings common in the Empire's war machina. No, this was the Prima Vista, private stage for the majestic Imperial Theater Company, a troupe having won acclaim across Garlemald for their timeless work, the Zodiac Brave Story, which begets the question, why are they here? The answer to that question and more lies in the selfsame legend of which they sing, the Legend of Ivalis. I'll join. This is gonna be a while, though. But while we wait for the raids, enter the tiring room? Yes. It is so tiring. There we go. While we wait, there is a quest line we can begin. I would say average wait time is only 8 minutes, so that's nice. Jan Lalafell has a lean and hungry look. Hey, you're Eorzean, right? An adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot? Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but I got a job for you if you're interested. So, this is this Mikot girl. This incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl. In this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea like you and me. So beautiful, this girl. So beautiful. But in this weird, strange place, where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, you know, things. Huff, puff. Anyway, get her there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. The frick? Yes, I could be of service to you, my lady. Ah! I have seen this gentleman, the Eorzean you seek. Yes, and I should be glad to take you to him if you like. You're so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. A catfish, to be precise. Oh, I cannot fool the Eorzean. I'm Kyoto, a Namazu, and the services I provide are not free, I am sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last skill on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help me? Kor, if it isn't Shent, don't tell me you came all this way to help little old me. Aye, Nashu. Beware the catfishman. Ah, you see, when Inspector Hildebrand took to the skies, I said, Nashu, you'd better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far east as I could. And you can't get much further east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it, Gyoza, the talking Numu Numa here, says he knows where he is. Careful. This one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all our skills. I say, there is no need for such menacing glances. None whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I had no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a pressing engagement. Pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. You didn't know. Huh? The little Gyoza was trying to swindle me. Oh, Nashu. You ought to know better than to talk a trusting cat. You know better than to talk a trusting cat. Trust a talking cat. My gosh. I'm starting off strong, everyone. Starting off very, very strong. Asked lots and lots of other people if they've seen a gentlemanly Eosian, but none of them were any help. Oh, Inspector Hildebrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or in the inside of a building, like it is not. Keep an eye out for legs. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully we won't need Lord Gottbert's help to pull him out again. Ah, that's it. If the inspector's always on the hunt for a case, then all we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can, and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, eh? This way! Wait for me, Nashu! Ow. Unsolved crimes. So I'm that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Master Akabono's shop in the Rakuza district was the most recent, as I recall, but you may be assured that the Seki Seigumi will track down the thief in due time. Oh god, we're gonna have to deal with the Seki Sugumi. I bet this town's crawling with all kinds of shitty folks up to no good. Come on, you lot, show yourselves! Boy, what are you doing? Alright, you've got me, Mr. Samurai. But before you do anything rash, like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny little bits with that sword of yours, know that I never touched her. I mean, I never even had the chance. I'm sorry. The frick? Oh, you're that Eosian adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Whew. Whew. For a moment there I thought I was done for. Those Seki Segumi don't mess around. I'll cut first and ask questions later, you know. No romance in their hearts. They wouldn't understand. Ah, so it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about. Incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking Old Daw's bustling streets when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden most fair. She stole my heart. It was like 2 grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of its life with the other grain, because she had this whole sultry scribed thing that made him so... Ugh. Have you been stalking her all the ways from Ul'dah? Since Ul'dah? Huff puff. Ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar. A silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think me mad, or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they are fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study. Years and years of observation, of obsession. Please don't do this. Until you know her better than she knows herself. Please don't do this. Yeah. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, then. Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. We've no shortage of that here. But since you asked, the story on everyone's lips at the Bokaisen these days is that the wealthiest among us, and how they are being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. Oh my gosh, a tank! After 9 minutes, or 11 minutes. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? A skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants. Following you to go, says he's been stalking you. A creepy little bastard who followed you to Kagana says he's been stalking you for 5 years. Huh? Oh, you're having me on. As if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. No, seriously, there's a creepy little dude stalking you. Skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief? Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Shint. Our next order of business should be tracking down this Akabono and ask him about the latest incidents. Certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion, the nerve of him to make a mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akabono, for all your help. I swear to you on my honor that this sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith. With that, I bid you good day. Ah, so it is Akabono. Let's go and ask him about the robbery. Bonk. Ah! The little dude in the background. Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you alright? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry. I've taken bigger knocks to the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? Shigure, at your service, my lady. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Oh, that's all we need. Competition. Well, I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shigure to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. I now know that I must look at the background no matter what. I mean, just as usual, I always look at the background. Sorry. My bad. Greetings and salutations, Master Akabono. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. And this is Shint, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robbery? Ah, inspectors. I heard rumors that one such as you were come from the west. You seem an honest sort, so I will oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place he found this message. You have been robbed by the Kugane Wolf Burglar. Wolf Burglar? Sure that you've heard about his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scenes of other robberies. And now I too have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card? Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildebrand's going to be able to resist the lure of this case. I thought the two of you were inspectors. But it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal. And since the Seki Segumi seem to be at a loss, you'll be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh boy. All we've got to do now is stick with this case and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildebrand. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector's assistant sense. Anyway, I'm going to try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Oh, here we go. Nashu Makaraka is on the case. Look out for the wolf burglar. Your days of wolf burgling are numbered. Causing Inspector Hildebrand. Huh? Is that a green rooster? It's Inspector Hildebrand. Hey, Inspector. Come messing about. Stop messing about and join us. Oh my gosh. Yay. Oh my. That's some big dongo. What the frick? That dongo or some sort of fruit? What the frick? Core, it's been too long since I've had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll put these little darlings to good use next time. Oh, those are bombs. Those are bombs, aren't they? Oh no. Oh bugger. Good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. Yep. Run. That works too, I suppose. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Alright, let's just start it then. You have no one but yourself or the kami to blame for what comes if you talk to Dashi. What the frick? Makaraka. Description, what the frick? Accepts. Well, 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 if it isn't Shint, looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, have I got news for you. So I've been asking about that wolf burglar fellow, and one that left that cheeky note claiming credit, you remember? It seems he's not quite as sneaky as he thinks he is. Oh, he's robbed plenty of rich merchants blind, I'll grant you that. No doubting it was him either. Never fails to leave a calling card, this one. Too proud to leave people wondering for even a moment. But folks have laid eyes on him more than a few times. In fact, after talking to all the eyewitnesses, I had enough information to try and sketch a picture of the devil himself. Not bad for a self-trained artiste, wouldn't you say? Don't see how this helps us, honestly. Not hearing a lot of support for the sketch. Right then, back to the drawing board, the metaphorical one, that is. Let's you and me seek out and question the rich and the famous, the sorts of folks the burglar seems to have been targeting, and see if we can't learn something new. I'll head to Kogane Dori, and you can check out the tea house and hostelry. Okay. I have no one to blame but myself for this, though, right? God. Ominous. I say, the Kugane Wolfburglar must use sully my ears with that rapscallion's name as I attempt to make a moment to relax and take in the fresh air. So no use, the moment is ruined. I too fell victim to the wolf's villainy, like so many others. Oh, if you had seen the vase before he took it. Gah! If there was any justice in this world, he would be paraded through the streets and boiled alive in Tenkanto. Ah, that infamous thief. I know of him. For mercy, has not seen fit to trouble those of lesser means like me and my associates. Perhaps he thought me wealthy because I patronized the tea house. On the contrary, this is my sole indulgence. Were I a stronger man, I would forego it. Alas, the heart will not be denied. Fair enough. Enjoy your tea. Oh, well. Too long it's been since I shared a pipe with an Indonesian. How fortunate I... You no desire for a smoke, only to talk to the wolf burglar? I see. I have no personal experience on which to draw, so I doubt I can be of much assistance. What I know is known to all, but if you insist, he is a lone wolf, without comrades, and despite his best efforts, the Sekisugami has no leads. Some say this has emboldened the man. Each theft is more brazen than the last. He has even been witnessed practicing his trade in broad daylight, if you can believe it. That is the extent of my knowledge. Now, if you'll not favor me with tales of your own, I ask that you leave me to my pipe. It's far less demanding company. Sorry. Oh. Okay, I could just jump through that. Good to know. Ashu's there. Where's the frickin' pervert? Meh. Alright. Maybe he's not around here. Ah, there you are. Dig up any interesting tidbits? So he's getting bolder by the day, is he? Well, if there's anything I've learned from following the inspector around, it's that overconfidence is liable to get you smacked upside the head by your mum and her magic frying pan. That said, we'd have a better chance of catching this wolf if we knew who he was eyeing next. Gah! A thousand pardons, young sir. Not mean to crumple you underfoot. Are you alright? There he is. Hey, aren't you the samurai I bumped into the other day? Shiggy something, was it? Oh, we meet again, young lady. I say, you must think me in the habit of trampling my fellow pedestrians. Let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. I was simply preoccupied with the thoughts of my investigation. That's right, you're after the wolf burglar too. Got any leads? As a matter of fact, I do. I but recently learned of a private auction in which many foreign wares are to be featured. While such auctions are not uncommon in Kugane, it has been some time since the wolf last struck. There are rumors that this auction may include particularly extraordinary items. Much as I would love to converse with you at a great length, I really must be going. Until we meet again. Wait, Mr. Shiggy, sir, can we come too? To the auction? If you like. But I very much doubt you'll be able to afford any of the items that you sold. Hey, I have a lot of gil. Oh, don't you worry about that. Shrink's got enough money to buy and sell you 1,000 times over. The frick, Nashu? Yes, very good. Then by all means, come with me. This venue has been reserved for the private auction. The guests should be arriving any moment now. I remember you. Master Akebono, was it? Well, if it isn't the inspectors, I did not know you would be joining us. I presume you are come to keep watch for the wolf, but should you see anything you like, know that we have money changers on hand to assist those who wish to spend foreign currency. I must warn you, however, that should we desire the same item, I am not wont to surrender without a fight. Greetings and welcome to you, the prosperous and esteemed elite. This day you will be given a rare... Oh, hey, Lucian. A rare opportunity to view and purchase, if so inclined, a selection of strange and wondrous items from all across the world. Without further ado, I give you our first... A queer misshapen fiend captured in the mountainous wilds of Yancha. What? What? What the frick? Aye, it is none other than the fabled Rat Man, an unholy union of man and beast, a demon of legend whose flesh, when consumed, bestows life everlasting. Oh my god! Eternal life can be yours, ladies and gentlemen. So shall we start the bidding at 500,000 Kopen? 600. 700. 800,000 Kopen. 800,000 Kopen. Going once, going twice. Sold to Master Akabono. Let us proceed to the next item up for bidding. I don't like this. He's not really gonna eat him, is he? The statue you are about to see was brought to Kugane from the west, the land of Eorzea, Oruzia, to be precise. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the statue does not even begin to describe this extraordinary work of art. I give you the Eorusian gentleman, a masterpiece, nay, a triumph of Western sculpture. Marvel at the intricate details, the features so expertly realized that some have likened it to a living, breathing man, frozen in time. Well, would you look at that? That statue's the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could it have been sculpted by a fan? Was it a trick of the light, or did that statue just twitch? You mean to say, you think it might actually be the Inspector? Somehow frozen by temporal magics? In that case, I've got just the thing to bring him back to the land of the moving. Is she gonna use her bomb? Da-da-da-da! Stay your bomb-filled hand, my lady, I beg of you, lest you slaughter these poor people and bring this marketplace to ruin. I suppose you have a point. It wouldn't be very Inspector-like to blow innocence to kingdom come. How readily she resorts to violence, this woman. I shudder to think what carnage she has left in her wake. Oh, I knew it. That's no statue. It's a genuine article, in the flesh. Probably hit his head when he fell from the sky again. Or maybe he's gone into hibernation again or something. This bizarre statue is in truth a man? Is such a thing even possible? Strange. I do not recall it wearing an expression of sheer terror before. It was rather more serene, was it not? How very perceptive of you! Verily, this is no ordinary statue. It is a heretofore unseen hybrid of statue and automaton. Marvel at the way its features change fluidly and effortlessly. Yes, indeed. So, shall we start the bidding for this one-of-a-kind statue at 500,000 Koban? 600. 7. 800,000 Koban to be paid in full here and now. Once again, Master Akabono will not be denied. Will any challenge his claim to the Eorusian gentleman? Bleh. We gotta do something, Shent. If we don't, these people are going to buy the inspector. Good riddance! Oh my god! I just want to see what happens when I say good riddance. Oh no. No, I bid 900,000 Koban. Oh. There's nothing in this world I cannot buy. 1,000,000 Koban. What is the meaning of this? The inspector's been stolen! By the Gami, the Eorusian gentleman has vanished! You have just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. That thrice damned Oni, he struck again. Cough, wheeze. I saw him. The fiend with wolfish features. He took the statue and ran towards the short pier. You know what this means? Inspector Hildebrand's been stolen, kidnapped. We've got to get after that wolf burglar. For all we know, he might want to eat him like the poor Kieran. And we can't have that. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna ignore that that place was just selling people, right? Yeah, I like that. Life art imitates life. This way? Yo. Yay. I like how 8 minutes has turned into 30 minutes. After every time Nashu's around, I have to check and see if the frickin' stalker is around now, too. This frickin' questline is just weird with... the stalking and the frickin' trading of people. I don't... Still can't believe Inspector Hildebrand was stolen. That's got to be a first. Yes, yes, as I said, that is what I saw. Oh, you followed me, I presume. Of a mind to pursue the wolf burglar as well? Of course we are. He's got Inspector Hildebrand, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let some two-gill thief eat him. Are you by chance referring to the Eusian gentleman? That hideous statue? I dare say no one in their right mind would try to eat it. But nonsensical fears notwithstanding, I shall be honored to work with you to catch the wolf burglar. This man here claims he saw him board a boat with the statue and head towards the Ruby Price. For a sight I will not soon forget. Never before have I seen a Lupin carrying a twisted mockery of a man on his back. Never again will I expect. Too bold was the fiend this day. In seeking to claim such a conspicuous prize in broad daylight, he left a trail we can follow. Come, let's make haste to the Ruby Price. Where was the Ruby Price again? Oh, it's the Ruby Sea. That there tower just keeps on going, going, and going. True. Surely one of the watchmen here will have seen the wolfman and his stolen statue. Last, I cannot say I have seen such a thing. Since the withdrawal of the Garlean forces from Dome and the Ruby Sea, there has been a significant increase in domestic traffic. Accordingly, we have been instructed to wave through smaller vessels leaving our waters. Miss Lupin, you see, probably received no more than a cursory glance. I see. Thank you for taking the time to explain, and pray forgive me the interruption. We shall continue our search elsewhere. The question is, where else should we search? Who else has reason to keep a close watch on these waters? Chiding himself for overlooking the obvious answer. Oh, how silly of me. The Confederacy has every reason to note the comings and goings of even the smallest vessels in the Ruby Sea. Their very survival rests on their ability to extract payments for safe passage, the so-called Ruby Tithe. Sakazuki is where we must go. Any traveler who does not wish to be raided or relieved of their possessions must journey there first to make the necessary overtures. The Kobayashi Maru. Why did I just now notice that? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oops. Well, that's my bad. Nah. Oh my gosh, there's a healer now. Oh gosh. If you squint just the right way, it looks like it's got ears. Or is it horns? Yes. By the Kami, I am no wealthy merchant. Be reasonable, I beg you. Searching for a bandit on a boat, you say? As far as I'm concerned, the only bandits are those who refuse to pay the tithe, like that one fellow I spotted not long ago. Why'd I stop him, you ask? Because he was dead. Aye, standing motionless in his skiff, paying no heed to the waves of the waters. A dead man drifting. It's one thing to threaten a living man, but what could I possibly do to stop a dead one? Nothing, that is what, so I took the only reasonable course of action. I let him be. I'm not one to consort with the dead, but if you are, by all means, follow the man to the Isle of Becco. I will remain here and do my best to forget what I saw. Dead man in a boat bound for the Isle of Becco? That's the stupidest thing I've ever... Aha, don't you see? He mistook the Eusian gentleman for a corpse. That boat belonged to none other than the Kugane wolf burglar. Core, what luck! Our liaison did mention that we could pay the tithe by way of bringing a trespasser to justice, and I do believe this qualifies. The hunt is on, to the Isle of Becco, and that thrice-damned wolf. Of wolves and gentlemen. Oh, I'm just blind. I thought that was a water sprite for a minute. Oh my gosh, he's still following her! Hark, over there, a wolf. Or at least someone what's got big ears and a long fluffy tail. Yep. Aha, we got him now. So it seems the wolf burglar was caught by the very people that were trying to catch him. Got me for Fen. This is no wolf burglar. This is a man dead who yet moves. Worthless spirit bound to this mortal coil by burdens of the soul. I beg your gentle dead man. I beg your pardon, good sir, but my soul carries no such burdens. Indeed, in death I found rather more liberation than I had in life, more purpose and meaning, and brotherhood. Wait a minute, you're one of the gentle dead men, but what are you doing so far from Eorzea and the others? As I live and breathe. In even further reaches, I find myself reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots. I too must confess such curiosity as to how you came to this place. But since you asked first, as unbelievable as it may sound, we heard rumors of an island deep in the Siren Song Sea, said to be home to a host of undead individuals not unlike myself. As being a rather lonely existence, we resolved to dispatch an emissary to the isle. Myself being the logical choice once again. Huh? Truly? Well, that would explain why the myriad skeletons we found were devoid of unlife, as it were. That said, even if they were as disagreeable a lot as you claim, I should thank you to stop killing every last undead you encounter in your travels. Anyway, having failed in my mission, I was at a loss of what to do next. The island was abandoned, and Eorzea was ever so far away. And then I felt it, a familiar tinkling in my rotting flesh. Aye, there was no denying it. I had felt the pull of our leader, Master Zombiebrand. His aether called to me, and I was duty-bound to answer, so I followed the trail and it led me to this place. Cora, then it's no coincidence. The inspector and the burglar that stole him must be somewhere on this island. Good sir, do you still feel the Inspector Hildebrand calling to you even now? Can you lead us to him? As surely as I can crack open a hapless merchant's head and feast on the goo inside before he can say go. Follow me. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what's with the wolfish getup? It's not the sort of thing a gentle dead man usually wears. That's quite fetching, I've got to say. It warms my dead heart to hear you say so. I received it as a gift from a traveling artist. When I explained to him how difficult it was to converse with the common man, he fashioned it for me, believing it would serve to soften my otherwise terrifying features. And so it has. But enough talk. Master Zombiebrand needs us. Nothing I have heard makes even the slightest bit of sense to me. But no matter. If this misshapen undead wolf man can lead us to the thief, I shall trust in him wholly. I think it's a wonderful look for him, don't you? Are all the undead in the West so gentlemanly? Yes, Master Zombibrand is close. We're nearly upon him. And the wolf burglar. At long last, we'll bring that bastard to justice. Wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Surrender! Guess you finally caught up to me. Core, he looks exactly like my sketch. Your campaign of thievery comes to an end this day. Aye, this day the Bakufu will have their man. That is to say, their Lupin. Stop, damn you! The inspector's still not snapped out of it, which means it's time for a triple serving of Nashu's Delight, Dango style. Bombs! Shut up, you stupid statue. Look at me, are those bombs? Get rid of them! Get rid of them before you kill us both! Perfect. Help! Shan't, Nashu, anyone! Suppose we have to save the inspector. Oh, don't worry about the inspector. He survived a trip back from Dalamud, so this is nothing. Let's get that wolf burglar instead. He just gave up. He just gave up. I told you before, wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Fall, on the other hand. If that's how it's gonna be, then fall it is. Never thought I'd come this close to getting caught. Suppose it's my own fault for trying to nick a hefty prize like a statue. But if the statue ain't even a statue, then there's no reason for me to stick around, is there? Better luck next time, thief takers. God, the nerve of that villain. Oh, hey, Hildebrand. I say, Shint, I have come to expect such cold, calculating behavior from my dear Nashu, but not you. Hey! I'm the one who said that we should rescue you. You took another bump to the head when you fell down there, didn't you? Hooray! Inspector Hildebrand is back! Nothing like a brush with certain death to get you back in the game, am I right, Inspector? What manner of sorcery is this? The Eorusian gentleman. The statue stands before me, speaking and gesticulating as if a living, breathing being. I trust I needn't remind you, I too am capable of such motions despite neither living nor breathing. But more to the point, Master Zombibrand is no statue. Quite right, he's an agent of inquiry, inspector and extraordinaire. Good sir, by your garb I gather you're a samurai. Am I then correct in assuming that we are in the Far East? Oh ho ho ho! As I wake from gentle slumber and find myself in a foreign land, who should I be greeted by but a Far Eastern fan? God damn it. Yay! But ho, what is this? Already my keen investigator's sense has alerted me to the presence of a petitioner in need. I must away for honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg. Wait for me, Inspector. You know I can't run that fast. Master Zombibrand looks to be his old self again. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. It is enough to bring a tear to this gentle dead man's eye. Or it would be if I weren't, you know. But as much as I would love to join you in your adventures, I must return to my brothers. I pray you watch over and keep our undead overlord safe. So, in Eorzea, a man may be an inspector extraordinaire as well as a zombie overlord? Surely yours is a land of many mysteries and strange customs I dare say I will never comprehend. While I regret that we were unable to apprehend the wolf burglar, I am glad that this chase has seen you reunited with your comrade. Come, let us follow him and see where his keen sense leads. No. No. Traded a healer for a DPS. Friend in need of friend. Are you friend? Another rat man, like the one they sold at the auction? Looks like Inspector Hildebrand found a Kikirin. Did I not tell you I had caught the scent of a case? And here it is. I give you the case of the kidnapped Kikirin. Simply put, this adorable little fellow's dearest friend was abducted by a dastardly fellow in the nearby city of Kugane. We sail on ship as sailors for East Aldenard Trading Company. Docked at Kugane docks to unload goodly goods, when goodly merchant comes and offers tasty feast for me and friendly friend. By the coming, did that rat man just speak? Kikirin, not rat man, rude dude. Rude dude, rude man. Why does no one here know Kikirin? Always demon with lucky flesh. We go with goodly merchant, all alone, many turns. Left, right, left. Very confusing. Then Batman grab friendly friend. Put gag in mouth and bag on head. I fight back and run, and they run too, and then I jump into water. It would seem that the currents carried him to the shores of this island, but I have yet to ascertain the motive of why anyone would want to kidnap a hapless Kikirin sailor. Because they do not know or do not care that he is a Kikirin. He passes for a rat man of the Far Eastern folklore, the flesh of which should some believe bestows everlasting life, An Eorzean sailor with most unusual features, an incredible, albeit hideous, statue of Eorzean make that was in truth a man. I dare say we have already met our goodly merchant. We must return to Kugane and confront this criminal at once. He may have abducted others from faraway lands to sell at auction. The fiend! At the very least, we know he sold this Kikirin, friendly friend. We got to save him too. Right you are, my lady. We shall see the wicked punished and the innocent set free. Yes. Yes! I was just about to say that. Well said, you. The posing. Got me, strike me down. The Eorzean gentleman is alive. Hearken to me, merchant. Your reckoning is at hand. For the crime of kidnapping a Kikirin sailor and selling him into slavery, I hereby place you under arrest. Huh? I should hope I would remember doing something so reprehensible as that. But more importantly, who are you to level such accusations, much less place me under arrest? You're not of the Seki Segumi, a common Ronin, are you not? You. A common Ronin come from the countryside looking for work. Work I so generously provided when I hired you to guard my auction. An auction you failed to defend against a thief who stole a priceless piece. I say, what audacity. That self-same piece stands before you, with a Kikirin who escaped your kidnapping attempt, an incontrovertible proof of your misdeeds. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have defeated you. The least you can do is demonstrate dignity in defeat. The truth is plain. There is no denying it. And yet I do. Inspector, was it? Whatever authority you may possess in Eorzea is not recognized here. Only the Seki Segumi can compel answers and arrest criminals. And with that, I bid you good day. You need not answer to them, but you will answer to me. Who are you? We've had our eye on you for some time, my friend, but alas, all good things must come to an end. The wolf burglar's meddlings merely delayed the inevitable. We have all the proof we need. Now do yourself a favor and come quietly. Or don't, and do me a favor. Shigure, owing to the efforts of you and yours, we can finally bring this charlatan to justice. For that, you have my deepest thanks. Thank you, sir. What you would favor me with such kind words is a great honor. I can only hope that this goes some way towards... However, that you failed to inform the Seki Segumi of the wolf burglar's crime, despite being present, and instead pursued the thief on your own, is inexcusable. I cannot in good conscience admit you to the Seki Segumi at this time. Such reckless disregard and thirst for personal glory are traits I will not suffer in our samurai. A feather's thanks to you and for saving friendly friend. Warier and warier we will be next time. No more following goodly merchants into dark alleys. Very smart. I owe you all an apology. Like the merchant said, I am no more than a common ronin. My pursuit of the wolf burglar has been, from the very beginning, independent of the Seki Segumi or any other authority. I came to Kugane to join the Seki Segumi, but was judged to be unworthy. I'm unable to find gainful employment as a samurai elsewhere. I struggled to make ends meet. And then when I was about to renounce my dream and return to my village, I learned of a notorious thief. A thief that targeted only the most wealthy and influential. A thief that I might bring to justice, and thereby earn the approval of the Seki Segumi. Say no more, my good samurai. Your earnest nature and passion for the law have won me over. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrandt, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall help you scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the Kugane wolf burglar, and we shall start right this instant. I am still not quite sure what to make of that man, but I suppose I should be grateful for the help. Shouldn't was it? I should thank you for joining me in this endeavor, perhaps more so than the others. This help is of questionable benefit, whereas yours seems rather more reliable. The wolf burglar is not to be underestimated. He is a cunning, clever foe, as evidenced by the way he escaped. Sheer passion and determination will not be enough to catch him. Which is to say that while I value the assistance of the inspector and his assistant, I believe cooler heads will prevail in the end. To wit, yours and mine. I too may be prone to fits of passion, but I should like to think it is nothing compared to that of the Eowusian gentleman. I don't know if I'm going to be able to raid today. Oh. Hildebrandt will return in The Blade Mislaid. Oh. See you, Inspector. Oh, there's a little artwork there. Oh, and there frickin' he is! My god. I just want to get to the raid. I want to raid, man. Shigure is a man on a mission. Hello, Evelyn Smith. Have you heard, Shent? The wolf burglar, for whom we have been searching day and night, has struck again. Word reached me but moments ago. The inspector and his assistant are a step ahead of us, but if we hurry, we may arrive before they begin questioning any witnesses. You'll come, will you not? Yes? Then let us brook no further delay, and make haste for the Rakuza district. Oh, yay, a DPS and a healer. Hey, finally. Wolf burglar struck again. It's a near thing, I say, a near thing. Yep, frickin' heck. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, stand ready to assist any and all who seek redress for crimes dastardly and daring. My keen inspector's sense has led me hither. Speak, my good man. What injustice befell you here? Inspectors? Ah, yes, the Westerners. I remember you, girl. If you are so eager to hear the tale, then I should be glad to tell it. It was him, the wolf burglar. Bold as ever, he attempted to steal the finest sword in my collection, the Soboro Sekehiro, in broad daylight. By the Kami, but you say he attempted. And failed I. Little did the fool know I had recently employed a new bodyguard, a peerless samurai worth every koban. So the fiend was unable to abscond with your precious blade. Truly you are fortunate indeed, Master Akebono. Yes, surely this is not the end of it. The wolf burglar has his pride, and he is not wont to forsake a prize. Master Akebono, I have no doubt that the thief will come for the blade again, and again. I pray you permit me to aid your men in protecting this treasure, that we may finally bring this villain to justice. You have spirit, I'll grant you that, but I have no need for additional guards. Yojimbo alone is worth 100 men, if not more. Master Akebono, I think you underestimate this foe. You try my patience, boy. I have made my decision, and I will not suffer it to be questioned further. Find another way to earn the Seki Segumi's approval. Now then, I have a pressing engagement in Sanjo Hanamachi, to which I have been looking forward all week. I'll be damned if I'm going to let this business with the wolf burglar delay me further. Good day. I fear he has let this turn of luck lull him into a false sense of complacency. He should be doubling the guard, or tripling it, if only he would reconsider. If he will not listen to reason, then he must be made to listen to reason. But when in doubt, try again. It's not the most well thought out plan, but for lack of anything better. Alright, let us follow Master Akebono to Sanjo Hanamachi. Once more, impress upon him the gravity of the situation. can do it, Shigure. Perhaps he would fare better if I taught him the manual art of parley. Which is precisely why it's so important for us to speak with him. Ask all you like, but the answer is still no. There's a very short list of people who will get to pass, and none of you lot are on it. I applaud your diligence, I do, but we are here to help. If you would admit us to speak with Master Akebono, that we might convince him to let us stand guard over the Saburo Sukehiro. Ah, so that's your game. Trick the daft doorman into letting you in so you can steal Master Akebono's priceless sword. How stupid do you think I am? As if he'd consort with the likes of you. Not a looker among you. Me? My mother once told me I was quite handsome. I'm sure she has. Maybe if he was in the mood for a taikomochi. Not today, though. Master Akebono made it quite clear that he would only welcome additional entertainers if they were Gaiko of surpassing beauty, which you're not, so piss off! That went rather poorly. I suppose we have no choice but to resign ourselves to this outcome. Nay, Shigure. Think not, for I have a plan. A plan of surpassing beauty, if I do say so myself. Are you acquainted with any Gaiko, perchance? Well, there's an Okiya nearby, whose proprietress may have given me a few odd jobs, but wait, what exactly is your plan? All should be clear in time, my good man. Lead the way to this Okiya. Okiya? I thought I told you and your friends to piss off. Oh my god, yes, commence. For frick's sake. An hour and 34 minutes in. Yeah. Come on, people. Yay, here we go. Oh, red chocobo. The royal city of Rabanastre. Forest lies the royal city. My father... something is somewhere inside. I can feel it. Yay! Oh, 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 God. Get to the corner, get to the corner, get to the corner. Crap. Oh! I had to get close to the things? I did not realize that. Okay, good to know. God. That was fun. I still don't quite understand what happened at the end there, but okay. Ah! Where? Oh my gosh. What the frick? I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was out of it, but no. Gosh darn it. What? Man, I don't know. One is not a prime member. What? You did not stutter. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Crap. Which way am I? Okay, I'm going this way, I suppose. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad we can't fall off the stage. What was the point of that? What was the point of having us split up? I thought we'd have to fight something, but I guess not. Wee. Barely made it out of there. Oh. About halfway. Oh, I have to be. Oh no. Did not realize. Or it's like he's fun some. Ooh, wow. Uh-oh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Damn. Oh. Kind of stuck, but I think I barely managed to get out of there. I think I was super lucky there. Are we supposed to get in a dark circle? I assume I'm supposed to get in the dark circle? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Woo! I thought I was out of that, but I guess not. a good death. Oh, there's more! There, here feels wrong. Can't you sense it?
Disturb the slumber of Arda Thadalphus, rightful king of Ivalice. Descendants of House Beowulf.
Oh, I'm supposed to click. Oops. Okay.
To the deepest hell.
I now know. Thanks. Sorry. Go here? Guess so. Nope. Nah.
It is to be a fight then. I am only too happy to oblige. Like sheep before the wolf.
What the heck? I don't know what that is. Oh god. I'll help with the shades.
You are the blood to stand. Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare? Maggots! You do not belong in my world. Step into nothing. I am the lies upon which you suck. You will be judged. The world has no place for such wretches. Your claim to life is forfeit. You are the blood to stand aside. You will be judged. Kneel and repent. You are the dog who bears his teeth before his master.
%. Down. Zodiac Thriller.
This body. Let us stop now. Oh gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was rough. Royal City of Rabanastre complete. It's okay. I did not have the chance to look over anyway, Lucian. I appreciate it though. Let me give it to the healer. I need it. I need it. I need it. Oh, I got one of them. Pass. 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 And pass! Wonderful. Great. I'll need that. Nah. I got an orchestra roll though. Yay. I'll take it. I'll take music. Where am I? Father! Ramza and the Warrior of Light. Yes, I know of you, but that you should come to my rescue. Words fail me. A poor playwright I must seem. Bagamna. The term you're lurking for is thank you, upon which note I, a Bagamna, bounty hunter, do humbly thank you, Warrior of Light, for delivering me this fine gift. Now hand over the aura sight, unless you wish to see the desert sands turn red. be quick. Gijuki does not have the steadiest of hands. That one, she will bring it to me. Yes, this is it. The Duma. And to think we found it so close to Doma. The Duma of Doma. Enough bloggy. We'll have our guests think us underbred. Yeah, for what you want, you thieving lizards. Now unhand him. Of course. A Banga is always true to his word. I will be keeping this, though. Father! You've only yourselves to blame for this, but if you mislike the thought, you could always blame the gods. Not that they are listening. Get a fool, we're leaving. What was the point of that, then? You're going to be alright. You cannot see your father's hurts here. Come on, we must get him back to the Prima Vista. He's unchanged. Father, wake up, Father. Please, Mother, don't take him from us yet. Genomis remains deep in slumber, but his breathing is steady and his fever has subsided. For now, all we can do is wait. I've sent word to Sid. I hope you don't mind. Definitely not. It's always good to see Sid. Ramza, can you ever forgive me? And you said, it was never my intention to put you to such trouble. I am ever in your debt. You have done the same for me, Genomes. Besides, it was Shentir who went to all the trouble. If anyone deserves your thanks, it's him. He is right. I have done naught to deserve your kindness, yet I am its beneficiary nonetheless. So if I understand correctly, you're saying Auracite does not work to facilitate the possession of a living host by an icon, as we assume to be the case with Iseo and the Archbishop, but rather absorbs the host's aether, its very soul, and somehow transforms it before returning it to the host's body. If that is the case, our Charlian allies will need to be informed immediately. But I suppose the real question here is, did you find what you came looking for? The legend would have us believe that Delta Hyrule, the commoner who would be king, was the sole hero of the Zodiac Brave story. But as I have discovered, there was another. Two others, in fact. Siblings, whose roles faded from subsequent retellings of the story. A brother and sister by the names of Ramza and Alma. Then, to prepare for this assignment, I pored over every published work on Ivalician legend I could lay my hands on, and nowhere did I find any mention of these siblings. But I did. I uncovered irrefutable evidence that Delita had a close companion named Ramza, who aided him in his rise to power. This in turn led me to Alma, and that I might never lose sight of the truth, I named my own children after those lost players. I'm sorry I never told you any of this, Cid, but you must believe me, Ivalice has never been a mere pastime for me. It is and forever will be my calling, my purpose. My family's purpose. Go on. The world knows me as Yenomis Sen Lexentail, but that is but my stage name. My true name is Arazlam Durai. Countless generations past, it was my ancestor who penned the Durai Papers, an account of Ivalice and the War of the Lions that details what truly occurred during that turbulent era. You're tired, Father. Rest. I will continue. Long ago, an orphan by the name of Orin Durai crossed paths with both Ramza and Delita. After Delita's rise to power, Orin found himself in the service of the Pauper become king. Following the War of the Lions, Orin believed the people of Ivalice had a right to know the truth of Ramza's involvement, and set about documenting his deeds. When the church learned of his intent, however, they branded him a heretic and had him burned at the stake. The Durai Papers were never published, and existing copies were gathered and sealed away in church vaults, the truth about Ivalice along with them. What was so damning that it would drive the church to do such a thing? The answer to that question can be found in this book, the only surviving transcript of my ancestors' chronicle, copied from an earlier draft to pass down for untold generations. With this, my father and I plan to reveal the truth and restore honor to my family name. Forbidden Chronicles, a secret family legacy. Not that I doubt you, Genimus, but how do you expect to convince people of all of this when well nigh every soul in the realm believes Ivalice to be nothing but a bedtime story? By proving that it is anything but. And when people see that Ivalice was real, the rest will fall into place. Were it as simple as bringing forth the chronicle and submitting it for review, we would of course have done so long ago, but alas, it is not. The Durai Papers, you see, are written in High Ivalician, an ancient tongue long extinct. My father, his father, and his father before him labored tirelessly to decipher this tome, but for want of other sources made only fitful progress, a word here, a phrase there. It wasn't until a recent expedition to Rubinoster turned up several well-preserved artifacts that we were able to translate a small portion of the papers. Then the diary stolen by the Bangan bounty hunters? I'm afraid so. Everything we had learned of the language was contained in those papers. We're back to where we started. Not necessarily. We still have the transcript, as well as some few translated passages, and of course my father's impeccable memory. I have come too far to allow a simple setback to deter me from my purpose. I will show the world the truth if it's the last thing I do. It is as Master Garland said. He's a man obsessed, and I fear Ivalis' grip on him will only grow tighter. Father was fortunate to escape Rabanastre with his life, and already he speaks of continuing his quest. Promise me you'll keep him safe, please. The glow of the aura sight. After what I've seen here, I'm all but convinced that Ivalis exists, at least in some form. The problem will be gathering sufficient evidence to convince the thousands of scholars and historians who have based their careers on the presumption that it doesn't. Not that I've ever been one to shy from a challenge, especially when it means the story of a century. If you're in, Shent, then I'm in. If you're not in, well, I'm still in. Either way, you'll be hearing from me again soon. That much I promise. Leon Muriel appears to be awaiting your arrival for some time. Shent, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lexentale's research into the Orosite may finally have borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us. If you would follow me to the shuttle, good sir. Wait. In her message, Alma mentioned a guest from Charlian. Someone your companion Sid Garland believed might be able to assist the principal's research. An archetype, I think, is the term she used. Hmm? Shent, Lady Murilla, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Charlian, and I thought it only right that you be present to hear her findings. To be frank, summoning Mikoto was more Istola's idea. I simply came along to see what light she might shed on this mystery. Mikoto? Hi? I am Mikoto of House Jinba, a Doman. Though my years in Charlian have made me a stranger here, you must be Shena better, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller, but what? Really? Yeah. Hi, though. I wouldn't be able to fit through the doorways if I were any taller. Let us speak of the crystal. The Otius, one of but many Orosite shards that aided noble Delita's rise to regent. My apologies. The Odious is no ordinary crystal. Even discounting its obvious historical importance, the specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies. It is rather an ethereal lodestone whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations have been observed to promote ethereal amplification. The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outward with a determinate factor of dispersal, instead resonate inward at a frequency so labored, my estimates place the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries, though I must admit I lack sufficient varieties to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the Academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try again. This time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. My apologies. I merely thought. Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simpler explanation will. Simpler. Right. Aether is not only the building blocks of all things, material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings. One's very will are all understood by the ethereal phenomena, and can be measured as such. Unlike most crystals, which only can emit elemental energies. Auracite is to not only to absorb aether, but aether specific to the immaterial. The aether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Try again. Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted upon the auracite and stored until fermentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest. Fermentation. What my studious young friend is trying to say is that Odious takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Ah, yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal. There being one marked difference. Primal summoning requires a supplemental energy source, such as a horde of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve as its own source of power. We know from the Dry Papers that Argath was never king of Ivalis. He was slain in battle during the War of the Lions. Yet, the Argath encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession making realizing his desire to rule. I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argath who uttered them, but the Auracite itself. If the Dry Papers are accurate, Argath was a weak and petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into the abomination we, shan't put to the sword. You're saying the crystal could prove a threat. The Auracite, Alma, and not necessarily. Ramses seemed to fare well enough. There's no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galvus' justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to the manufacture of arms. Where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the three great continents? You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitech, are products of science and not nature. That they were created by someone to... But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat? Now that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend to elsewhere. Fear not, however. Makoto's insights will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. Bye, Sid. Good luck with Ultima Weapon. What I don't understand is... if the Duma was imprinted with Argath's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Odious? I have the self-same question, and thus conducted a proper investigation of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes the vessel was empty. Empty? But what of the voices I heard? Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Ramsa, why won't you... Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma? Our resident voice of dissent. You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries above our family's calling? No, I would never. You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. Moogle. Ah, a Moogle. Yes. A Moogle, and a decidedly dusty one at that. Might this be one of your acquaintances, Shint? Don't just stand there. Get rid of the thing. You're the Liberator. Liberate this vessel of that pest. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Can we keep it? Most intriguing. Is it alive? Alright, we'll check and see what's up with the Moogle next time. Also, the whole company's kind of watching this now. Alright, I'll pick this back up tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. The last ride was good, I just did not understand the mechanics to a lot of it. We'll see how I do next time I do that raid, if I ever get the chance to do the raid again. We'll see. Alright. So thank you, Lucian, for chatting with me for a bit. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, and there's this... Wait, why is there a storage node? What? I'm gonna click this. Oh, I can... Okay, so I can get some lore. Okay, cool. Good to know, good to know, good to know. That's good. We got a little bit of progress. We got a single raid done, and we got some more Hildebrand. So, you know what? I think this was a good day. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I would raid someone, but I really do need to get going real quick. So I'm gonna do that. I'll try to raid someone tomorrow instead. Make up for it. So until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, whichever it may be, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.